Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Millie, and this is Crafting in Your PJs. And I want to thank you for coming today and seeing what we're doing. I'm so excited. Today we are going to be working on a little golden book, and we're going to be taking that golden book and we're going to alter it, and I am going to give it to a friend, a very, very, very sweet and dear family friend for the holiday season, for the Christmas season. So I have to work on this. So there'll be about 3 videos, maybe 4 videos that come out in a sequence because I am working my hardest in the next few weeks to get this out. Not the next few weeks, the next week or so. It's got to be done quickly, but I want it to be done really well. I want it to really, really, really come from my heart. So I don't want it really cookie cutter. I want it personalized. This dear family friend has been a godsend in the last few weeks in helping my family through some difficult times. And so I really want to reward her, pay her back. I don't think reward's not a good word. I really want to cherish her, to show her how much we appreciate her. She has 2 beautiful miracle twin grandbabies. And so I have chosen the Christmas story from my little golden book collection. And I am going to make that little golden book complete with activities and interactive pieces for her 2 little adorable guys to play with while she's reading them the story. And then after they finish doing all of the artsy crafty things that are inside of this book, they will have this book to fill with Christmas memories. And so that's my goal. So if you like this kind of craft, please give me thumbs up. Please give me a subscribe. I really appreciate it. And let's get going. Poof. All right, so we are going to get started on the cover. So the first thing you need to do, or the first thing I'm doing, is cleaning the cover. This is not an old Christmas story. It looks like it came from 2018, right there. Little golden books are kind of hard to judge sometimes. It does have a name in it too, because it'll say right here, let me bring it back down, copyright 1952. But then it doesn't always give you the really current copyright. This one goes through how it was originally published, this, that, and the other. But you see, it doesn't really tell you like a copyright date unless I'm missing it. And they're in different places. Like, so sometimes it'll say, copyright 1952, reissued 2018. But then other times it doesn't. And so, and then I heard that there are Roman numerals somewhere that can give you the current date. Whatever, this is definitely not from 1952. We know that. It is from 2018 because that's what this sweet grandmother wrote in there. So I'm leaving this. I'm not taking that out. I think that's the history of the book. But what we are going to do is clean this book up so that I can feel good about giving it to a wonderful family member, extended family member, I should say. This person and her family have been godsends to our family. So I want her to be able to share this with her grandchildren. She has twins. So we're going to clean it up. Baby wipe. I like to keep the original spine, But in this case, I'm not, because I really want, oh, look, I really want to, so look, $4.99. So you definitely know this is one of the newer ones. And then wherever this person got it from, or I don't know, the next place it went, it was $2.50. It was half price. And then I bought it from a person who sells in quantity. So we're leaving everything else, just taking off the sticky. Oh, so I'm not going to keep the spine this time. So I don't have to be quite as careful when I go to separate the front from the back cover, but I'm still going to try and be careful because I don't want to damage anything. And so there are 2 staples. Let's bring it back in. There's one here. I can see the lump. And there's one here. So I'm going to work around those staples and pull the spine apart using a flathead screwdriver. And this one has a nice long piece to it, so it makes it easy for me to get in there. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go right next to it, and I just push in and twist carefully. Push in and twist. Here, I'll bring it back down. Push in and twist. Oh, I felt something come through on the other side. Not necessarily what I wanted. All right, let's see. Again, we don't quite have to be as careful since I have decided that I would like to cover this spine with fabric. All right. I'm going to go here a little bit, and then we're going to go to the back cover, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, let's go to the back cover, and you can see I haven't busted through or anything here. It's still okay. All right, now this is where the little pokey pieces are. So this is the part we're actually trying to get to open up and to separate. There they go. I can see it. I wish my lighting was better so you could see it too. There. Can you see that? We are opening up. Wait, hold on. Where are you? We are opening up those staples right there. All right. Let's go over here. Again, in and twist. Butter knife works really well for these. Just make sure you don't push too far and come out the back of the spine, especially if you're trying to keep it intact. Let's work a little bit more on this one. Okay, we are separating now. Ah, there we go. Pop. You heard that pop. And there are those staples. Now, typically these books have 2 signatures. Not always. There are a few variations. So let's see if this is one of them. Here's 2. Here's 1, 2. 1 and 2. Yes. So 2 signatures. We are going to keep those. I like to keep them all together. I don't cut up my books. So we're going to put that on the side because I want that story to be able to be read. Now, to get these, you can make a slit, especially since we're not saving the foil. We could make a slit right here and pull that staple out. Let's see. Like that. And like that. And we could try and grab it from the front and just pull out. Let's see if I can use this. Now, if you're trying to save the foil spine, you would not want to do that. I typically just try and cut them. And then I'm going to reinforce this fold because I am not going to cut it down. All right, so I did pull it out a little bit, and I'm able to pull it straight up. Let's push this one. There we go. All right. There we go. Staple removed. But again, you wouldn't want to take the staples out if you're trying to save this foil, because it would definitely marks it up. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down the middle, right? I guess I could kind of keep it on a line. There we go. All right, straight down the middle. I am going to be covering the front with fabric, and I did choose to stay with a holiday print. Even though the cover is blue, I wanted it to be very Christmassy because the inside is going to be very Santa Claus Christmassy. So I want to kind of tie that in. So now you see you have these hinges right here, and they are a little on the wiggly side, and so we don't want that interrupting our book in any way. So let's see. I'm trying two different things here because I'm covering with fabric, and that is new to me. No. I don't want my fabric to go much past where the hinge is. I just want it a little bit past. And if I'm wrapping all the way around, all right, so where are my other pieces that I cut? And yes, see, like right there. I want it to be maybe an inch. Let's see, would an inch work over here? Yes, it wouldn't cover, the material wouldn't cover the title too much. It's really more like 3/4 of an inch, which is what I have. All right, so we might have to cover it in a different way too. All right, right there, that's what I need. And that is there. All right, so I need that to be 3/4 of an inch. All right. And I'll need two of these, two hinges, front and back. All right, so that's my other one. Let's see, I have one more in here. Here it is. Kind of want the bigger one for the middle. All right, we'll do that. All right. I want the wider piece for my spine. I do anticipate this book being very chunky because of the things I'm going to stuff inside of it. So I kind of want to anticipate that. All right, so now we have our supports that are going to go right here over the hinges, just like that. And we're going to, first off, we are going to take our Tyvek tape. Here it is. And I'm going to put this in a couple of places. First off, my goodness, very sticky. This is for support. This is so that our hinges and things do not break. All right. So we are going to first tie back right here at the original hinge. This is all made of paper and cardboard, so the more you use it, the more it breaks. And so that's why I'm trying to prevent that a little bit, because I'm hoping the family I'm giving it to gets a lot of use out of it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to glue my hinges on, my hinge supports on, and I am going to use some Fabrifix for that. And then I am going to, oh, okay, Fabrifix. Goodness gracious. All right. Ooh. Making sure I get to the edges. Okay. That's one. And this is two. And I'm mainly covering up that hinge so that it stays stiff. I want it now to be stiff. I now want my hinge part to be in here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our actual spine, which is this one right here. Oops, we need to cut it down. Let's see. All right. Okay. We're going to cut it down here. We're going to leave a very tiny space between, and I still have this foil, and I think what I'm going to do, not to impede anything, and since it's getting covered, I'm going to cut it flush with the cardboard cover so I can see what's going on. Yeah, just like that. All right. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to leave just a hair, and that's going to give us the flexibility in the book to open and close. Just a hair. Now what I'm going to do is take my tie-back tape, and I'm going to reinforce this hinge right here. And I'm going to use two pieces, so it kind of covers this too. So we get a double reinforcement. To keep it together. You know what? I could have maybe, tell you what, I want to try something different. I'll see. Not different. I want it to stay in place. So I messed up that edge. I'm just going to give it a little bit of holdability. Just stay in place for me while I'm taping you down. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side. Uh-oh. I'm slightly off. Don't want to be slightly off. Now, typically, I let everything dry before I move on. But I am trying, number one, this project to get it done quickly because I want it as a Christmas present. And number two, because I'm trying to film it to show what I did. All right, now we're going to do up and down, and then they won't move. So we're going to go here. And we're going to go here. Okay, and let's trim off these edges. Some of this, some of my cardboard is, that's what made me think I wasn't even. It's slightly off. Slightly too long, but we can trim all of that. All right. There we go. All right, so we have our hinge. We have our spine. We have our hinge. I do think I am going to give this a piece of Tyvek too, but I really don't want it to go too far over. And it's just not quite wide enough to cover everything. But I just want this covered and secure. So we'll go with 2 pieces of Tyvek like this. One. I lost my end, y'all. Where is it? It's right here. There we go. And again, I'm trying to keep the tape as close to where the hinge where I'm trying to get it to support, because I don't want to mess with those words with the title. I don't want anything covering that. All right. Very sticky stuff. Okay, so our book is very secure. We have a good spine It's a 1.5-inch spine. We have a nice hinge that's covered. Okay. And we have a nice support on the inside. I should put Tyvek there just to make my OCD better, but I think the material is going to cover it and I'm going to be okay. So now what we want to do, I've already got my material semi-cut. I know it's wide enough for the inside. I don't quite want my outside that wide. See, if I put that there, it's going to cover everything. I don't want that to happen. So I think I'm going to have to cut a piece off. Let's see. Because there's another part of this we want to do too. Let me get the fabric scissors. I want enough to wrap around. I like things with lines. Makes it easy to cut. Okay. So we've got enough to wrap around, but we're not going to, and let me trim this straight because I can't judge well enough if it's not straight. Okay, let me see now. So we want it oh, I still have to cut it. I'm sorry. Okay. That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. I don't really mind what covers the back as much as the front. Okay, so that's there. And then we want probably to, let's do here. Okay, this line right here. Okay. All right, just like that. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take our Fabrifix and we're going to spread it out, and we're going to make sure it's kind of an even coating. In fact, yep, that's what I want to do. All right, so let's see. I'm going to come back and get the edges where I might be missing after I see how this goes on. I'm hoping, does my blue show through? No, we're fine. What little bit might be showing through is not concerning me. Oh, where are my sticks? Oh, here they are. So I don't have to stick my fingers in the glue, even though I like to feel it. I don't want ridges. So I want to, okay, I'm going to have to stick my finger in. Okay. Okay, no ridges. Let's put this fabric on right up to our C. We're going to have a little bit of trim down here. Make sure. Okay, it's covering our hinges. All right. Okay, now we're going to glue it down this way. Now it would be nice if we could do like a simple wraparound, but I don't want a lot of stuff covered on the cover. And if I did a wraparound, it would be coming to here, and that would cover too much of our title up at the up on the front. Okay, let's get rid of the bumps. That like that. All right. Now, before we put, hold on a second, I have to get the Fabrifix on something so we don't get Fabrifix all over the table. All right, so before we put this piece on, we have something we have to do. And I don't know where they are. I have to go find them. We are going to put a ring right here in the middle of our hinge, our spine, right there. And that is going to hold our tassels and our thingamabobs that we have hang down over here. So I want to get that down under the fabric. So let me go find where I put them and I'll be right back. All right, thingamabob has been found, and it's this little ring right here. This one's from Tim Holtz, and this will give us something to attach our tassel and things that hang, the pretty things that hang on the spine. So I have my crocodile here, and I made a mark where I want it, right in this area, right there. Okay, and we're going to put it in. Whoops, well, it's like actually put it in and punch. All right. Now we connect the ring from, what's the actual name of these things? Ring fasteners. There you go. Ring fasteners. And the Tim Holtz one comes in a pack like this. Okay. So we're going to put our straight pieces through to the other side, and we are going to pull them across like that. And now our ring is very much attached, and now we can put our fabric on. All right, so now this is about the width. I might have to trim a little bit to make it straight, but this is about the width. Yep, exactly the width we need. And we are going to be cutting it exactly here. Let me get things out of the way, and I can pull you back. Okay, we're going to be cutting it exactly the length of the book. There we go. And that will go right there. How are my sides looking? My sides are looking okay because they're going to have rickrack on them. All right, making sure our Tyvek tape is covered. There we go, just like that. That's where we're gluing. All right, some more Fabrifix. And I know that we have to go all the way to the edge, across. And so by putting our little fastener, ring fastener on, now it is now hidden, and a little bit, I'm putting glue on top of it too, a little bit more glue. It's kind of hidden underneath our fabric, and so it won't show, and hopefully it won't come out, because that would be a tragedy, wouldn't it? Okay, let's pull here. All right, I lost my paper that this was on top of. Let's put it right there. All right, where's my stick? Here's my stick. Spread. Get rid of the bumps so they don't show through. Sometimes your glue will bleed through your fabric. Depending on the glue and the fabric. Fabrifix is kind of a fast adhesion, which is nice. You still have a little bit of time for play, but it it adheres quick enough. We need this covered over here. It adheres quick enough that things aren't moving around too much on you. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, make sure you're in that hinge, that joint there. Make sure all your spots are glued down. And then the other thing we have to do is, if I can find it, because I threw it up here, white rickrack. What says Christmas more than white and red, right? All right, so here's my white rickrack. And let's see, let's start on this side. So a white rickrack will go here. Again, we really can't wrap around because the there we go. Because they're not even. Okay, that's one. Oh, did I cut that too short? I sure as heck did. Let's put that one on the back. It's really not too short, but like I like a little bit more give. A little bit more give. Okay, I can make that work. All right, let's try not to pull it this time. There we go. All right. Where is my... And the rickrack or ribbon or whatever you may decide to put on this edge here, all it's really doing is finishing that off, giving it a little bit more final touch to the book. All right, let's go this way. All right, where'd it go? Here it is. Don't drip on my book. I can clean you up off the... Now I did hit my C on the title, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, hides that edge, gives it a little bit of a finishing touch. Let's turn it over. We're going to do the same thing on the inside. You do not, let me make sure I have enough rickrack. You do not have to do the same thing on the inside. You can do something totally different, but that's how we're doing this one. One. I have to get some of those edges, those torn edges. Sometimes I like a torn edge. I think it's really vintagey looking. Ooh, I gotta make sure I get that corner down. We'll stick a little bit of extra glue under there. There we go. All right. Some people put this Fabrifix in Sugar Bell's icing bottles to give a fine line. I don't find fine line is a problem. I find that if anything, it bubbles out, and so that can be a little distracting. All right, there's one, and here's two. All right, so the only thing, let's get a little bit more under there. we go. So the only thing we have not done yet is put a holes for our ribbon, which is going to be our closure. I'm not doing that yet because I need to practice doing that on something that is not a finished product. All right, so our cover's done. This is the cover, except for, of course, our tassel and our dingy-dangy stuff, but we have to sew our signatures in, so that won't be done until toward the end. I do have, and I think I will use them on this, I do have some corner edges. Oh, I think that would be nice. All right, let me find. I've got 2 of them here, and I don't know where the other 2 went. Oh, there's one. Oh, I've got them all. What do you know? All right, so except that I'm going to have to go get my pliers to kind of put a little bit of glue in there just to hold it. And then I need to smash it shut. And I'm going to need my pliers for that, which are in the other room. So I'll give you the... Oh, I like that. Let's see. Can you see? Look, 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 look. Look how pretty. Just gives it a nice formal finished edge. All right, I'm going to put the other 2 on the back, but I want to go get my pliers and squeeze it shut. All right, so there is, oh, let me take it back. There is our cover. Our cover is done. Did not take us that long at all. We have our fabric, we have our hinges, we have our spine. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to let everything dry really well, and then I'm going to go back and make sure that all my edges are glued, because we don't want anything popping up or floating up in the wind. On the next video, I am going to work on the pages to go with the 2 signatures. So I hope you joined me for that one. It should be quite fun. And that's it. So we are all done. Thank you. Thank you for joining me crafting in my PJs. And I really am in my PJs today. If you like this video, please give it thumbs up, 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 thumbs up, a like, subscribe to the channel, give me some comments. I'd love to hear what are your suggestions, anything you would see doing differently. That's it. I guess that's it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.